Obama took the oath of office earlier this morning, and today, of course, a day steeped in our nation's history. But when he does it tomorrow, during the big official ceremony at the Capitol, it'll be the fourth time he raises his right hand. Here now, Jane Hampton Cook, a presidential historian. So Jane, he's actually will have taken 4 oaths. I mean, that puts him in the same league as FDR, who actually had, what, 4 different terms?
That's right. Franklin Roosevelt was elected 4 times. He took the oath 4 times, and it's a little bit of a fluke for a president who's limited to 2 terms to take it 4 times. But that's what happens when you had a flub last time. You had to repeat it. And then, of course, we've had January 20th fall on a Sunday, so he did the private ceremony today, and we'll do the public one tomorrow.
So now you've written extensively about the Revolution and our founding fathers. What do you think they would say if they came back and they saw something called a TV, turned it on and watched what's going to happen tomorrow?
I think they would be thrilled that so many American people can watch a peaceful transfer of power under the U.S. Constitution, because that's really what an inauguration is all about.
You know, the first one, what, 1789, George Washington wore a brown suit, white silk stockings, and he had a sword. Can you imagine if the president came out with a sword? I mean, is it the same theme, the same sense of history and dignity and love of our country that has continued through all these years?
Yes, I mean, the love of country, the patriotism, that's all the same. Little things are different. I mean, obviously, Washington's first inaugural was in New York, and we now have the Capitol in Washington, D.C. It used to be inside, but because so many people wanted to see the inauguration, they moved it outside. So it just, you know, things like that have evolved, but the same essence of taking that oath and swearing to uphold the laws in the U.S. Constitution remains the same.
And is it really a day where they can put aside all the, you know, the rancor and the bitterness and the political infighting? I mean, can they really do that? They're all gonna sit down together tomorrow. Then, you know what, on Tuesday they'll be throwing tomatoes.
Well, I doubt they'll be throwing tomatoes at that lunch. We hope not. But it is that, you know, John F. Kennedy, I think, had it right. He said, today we do not observe a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom. And if you're focused on that, you can have a lot of unity, even amongst, you know, a lot of political bickering that happens before and after.
And do you think, in a sense, when we watch this tomorrow, that should be the legacy of somehow trying both sides, no matter what your political persuasion is, to come together to try and solve some of the problems we face?
Yes, I think that's what the American people expect, especially when they create, through an election, a divided government. So it is definitely a time to look at the big picture. That's what inaugural speeches are all about, is to look at the big, overwhelming picture of what is to come in America, and to provide hope and enthusiasm from the American people.
You know, do you expect, or can we expect some rousing type of a quote from the president tomorrow? You know, we've had such wonderful ones in the past.
Well, let's hope so. I remember last time some of the criticism was that he didn't give enough memorable one-liners. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see a little bit more of that. You know, John F. Kennedy was great at throwing out some of those things. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. And of course, that would be nice to hear some of those tomorrow.
Yep, ask not what you can do for your country, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be watching out for those tomorrow. Jane Hampton Cook,
Great.
presidential historian, thanks so much. And hope the founding fathers, if they came back to watch, they would be pretty astounded. But our country and this republic endures. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Eric.
Okay.